Thursday evening, Tallahassee. It is September 28th. Welcome to our second to last show for the week here on FSU Weather. I'm meteorologist Jay Karstens.
And I'm student meteorologist Francesca Lappin.
And, apparently I missed the all-black memo today because you're going to see Sammy and Ariana a little bit later. But it's kind of lucky that you guys are indoors because we had our hottest day in about 5 weeks today.
Yeah, it has definitely been a scorcher today. It certainly does not feel like fall, even though I'm kind of dressed to suit October. But I'm hoping this is the hottest day that we're going to have for the rest of the year.
Yeah, we'll have that full forecast for you a little bit later, but the quick spoiler here is relief is going to be on the way in one of my favorite weather phenomenon, the FROPA, coming up later on this weekend here. It was our hottest day in Tallahassee with a high of 94 degrees here since August 25th, which was the Friday before classes started here. So now that we're starting to get into fall, you're going to begin to see those trends, easing off just a little bit. No more of those 90-degree days after the next few or so, hopefully here, of course. So looking better going forward for us.
Yeah, I'm hoping for the Miami game that it's going to cool down so it's, tolerable since, we got pushed. But, we're going to throw it off to Sammy, who's going to show us the local.
Thank you, Francesca and Jake. Actually, I'm wearing half and half, but we're going to take a look at a video that we received of a time lapse. This was yesterday, not much cloud coverage until later in the day. As you can see, some clouds are going to start popping up after the sun starts to rise. So it was a beautiful day yesterday and today, actually. We have nothing on the radar. Not much has happened in our area today, and not much will happen tonight either. Very calm evening, not many clouds. High of 70 degrees, and our 3-day forecast consists of 94, 90, and then 81 when that cold front pops through. And our weather headlines include another hot day tomorrow, the front moving through, and then back to normal. But now we are going to go over the desk and talk about something different that we are going to start doing on Thursdays.
So this week we are starting off Where in the World is FSU Weather? So I'm going to have Sammy to explain what that is.
So yes, every Thursday we are going to pick a different state, and we're going to talk about it the following week.
So I'm going to have Sammy, I'm going to shake this up, and then we're going to have Sammy pick a state and talk about it, and that's going to be one of our highlights for next week. Drum roll.
Okay. Next week it will be Maryland.
Woo! Okay. So we're going to be talking about Maryland for a couple cities in Maryland and then their weather, kind of highlight them.
Highlights throughout the city.
Yeah, hopefully get a picture from someone we know. And right now we're actually going to throw it off to Ariana.
Thank you so much, Sammy and Francesca. Right now we have 91 degrees, partly cloudy. Humidity is at 45%, not too bad outside. It's not feeling too humid, but it's feeling pretty nice outside, even though it is very hot. Satellite radar, nothing really on the satellite radar right now. It's very sunny outside, very hot, like I said a second ago. The high today was a rockin' 94 degrees. It was hot outside. I was sweating, everyone was sweating. It's hot all around us, especially in Bainbridge up there. We've got 95 degrees, very hot. Current temperatures, we are still at 91 degrees, still very hot. South of us, we have 89 at St. Mark's. Carabella, we got 86 down there. They're feeling a little cooler than us. I'm a little jealous. The dew point is 67 degrees. And then everyone's right around us with the high 60s, mid 70s, low 70s, except for Thomasville. They're at 59. A little lower tonight. We have, for around 7 o'clock, it'll be 88 degrees. Tonight at 10, it'll be 80, and then it's going to feel like 76, which will feel very nice tonight around midnight. So if you're taking a midnight stroll, it's going to be nice. Tomorrow, we have another hot day, 94 degrees. It's going to be unbearable again, but if you like the hot, it's going to be one of the last hot days, so go enjoy it outside. But as you can see here, we have this cold front moving in, and you'll see it later in the show that the temperature is gonna drop throughout the week, but you see this cold front coming in, and right now it's right above us, and this is why there's high fronts up here, but It's going to bring in a cold front later this week, you'll see. And the 5-day forecast, as you can see, there's that cold front coming in early Sunday morning, and it's going to drop from 90 to 81. So it's going to be feeling good for the 5-day forecast ahead. It's later next week. It's going to be feeling very nice. It's going to start feeling a little more like fall. So if you like the fall weather, it is coming. No worries. But the current temperatures, 91 degrees, like I said earlier. And now to Francesca.
Actually, it is me. I'm going to be talking about the Southeast and everything that's happening over in our area. Currently, we are sitting at 91 degrees, pretty warm out. We have been experiencing temperatures in the 90s, which is very, very warm for fall. Miami is 84 along with Key West, and Little Rock is over 82, so they are a little bit lower than what we are at. Our radar is showing not much in our whole southeast area. A few pop-up showers, Miami and southern Florida experienced today, but nothing too major is happening in our area. But we are going to be experiencing a cold front. So this orange color is the dry air that will be associated with the cold front, which will be reaching us by early Sunday morning. You can also see Maria over here in the green, and that is still a tropical storm. So that is the moist air associated with that. For tomorrow and for our weekend, a few showers will be happening over in southern Florida, but not much will be there to talk about. For Charleston, we are going to be around 30% chance of rain for Friday and Saturday. You can see colder temperatures will be moving through associated with that cold front, reaching a low of 70 at nights. And Nashville, we are experiencing plenty of sun. Let me get out of the way there. If you are in Nashville, it will be in the high 70s. So look at that, 55 as a low. So they will be experiencing colder temperatures, especially around night. And Little Rock, lastly, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they will be experiencing beautiful temperatures, low 80s, and all the way into the 50s for night. So it will be pretty cool for the remainder of the southeast area. Thank goodness, because we need some colder air. 90s, pretty warm. Also Asheville, 74, 72, look at that, 69 for Sunday, but plenty of sun, all the way to 51. So we will be experiencing colder temperatures if you are going to Asheville. Tonight's forecast, 69 in Tallahassee, 72 over in Savannah, all the way down to 78 in southern Florida, Key West, and 76 in Miami. Look at that. Little Rock is all the way into the low 60s. So our southeast area is experiencing colder temperatures throughout the nights, but heating up to 95 degrees for Tallahassee tomorrow. Plenty of sun if you feel like going to the pool. It will be hot, so make sure you have your sunscreen. 87 in Miami and Key West with another chances of showers, and 88 in Montgomery. Plenty of sun for our southeast area. But now we are going to take a look at the lab with Jake.
Thank you so much, Jake. Right now we have our current conditions around America. Here in Tallahassee, like we said earlier, we have 91. But as you can see up here in Denver, it is 61 degrees. There's a high front around here somewhere, and there's a little bit of rain up there, you'll see. But there was a cold front that went through there, and it is coming for us. As you can see in Colorado, they just got this rain earlier today, and you can see some snow right there. But earlier today, they got all of this rain, and that explains the cooler temperatures. And going back around down to Texas, there was a lot of rain down here. You can see earlier today, there was a lot of rain. There's probably some flood warnings down there. You'll see that in the warning section, but be careful because it did rain a lot down in Texas, so be cautious. And you can see this high front up here near Salt Lake City and Denver. This caused the cooler temperatures today. And you can see there's more over here, and then this brings the cold front down here that we're going to be getting Sunday morning. Yes, Sunday morning, and that'll be the drop in temperatures. And it may bring some rain to South Florida or us, but it will be cooler. No worries, fall's coming. And so the 24-hour temperature change, we can see the cold front, it was down here, so earlier today it was up here, so this shows the cold front that came through because the temperature did drop, especially up in Boston up here, 11 degrees. That's a big temperature drop, but it is fall, so it's going to feel good. But around like Kansas City, it went up, but it's still very hot a lot of places, especially here. You can see the dry air near us down here, and soon this water vapor over here is going to come to us and bring cooler temperatures. But you can see the water vapor over here that causes the cooler temperatures in Colorado that we saw earlier. So the relative humidity right now, it's actually not that humid where we are. That's a change. But over there in San Francisco, cold, and then San Antonio, pretty humid down there. So if you're not used to the humidity, don't go to San Antonio right now. But so for watches and warnings, we have over here, we have Hurricane Maria on a hurricane watch. So if you're in the Northeast, watch out for that. And then down in San Antonio, we saw that all that rain earlier. That is a flood watch. So as I said, be cautious. It rained a lot. Floods, take it seriously. There aren't really airport delays except for in New York. That is from the rain from Maria. So not much going on right now, which is good if you're traveling. And tonight's forecast, we have Tallahassee at 69 degrees. It's going to feel good outside. New Orleans right next to us at 74. San Antonio down there at 68. And then as you can see in Salt Lake City over here where that cool temperature was, 48 degrees. It's cold over there. So welcome to fall. But for tomorrow, we have high of 95, 1 degree higher than today. So it's going to be another hot one, but hopefully it'll be one of the last ones. Up in Atlanta, we have 85. Denver, we have 66. And it may be a little cloudy and rainy over there, but you saw that earlier. There's a high front over there. But the cold front is coming to Tallahassee, so no worries. It is going to be cooler. Fall is coming. But if you don't like the hot, don't go to Phoenix. It's 98 degrees over there, so it's feeling hot. And now we are going to go back to Francesca this time.
Thank you, Ariana. So it is still hurricane season, so we're going to take our tropical update and take a look at what's going on in the Atlantic and our side of the world. So currently, we still have Hurricane Lee and Tropical Storm Maria spinning out in the Atlantic. And on deck for the next named storm will be Tropical Depression Nate. And as we can see, there is Hurricane Lee still a Category 2 and Tropical Storm Maria over here kind of dying out, but definitely kicking up some rain in the northeast, but really just trailing off into the Atlantic. We can take another look at Maria, and we see it still has that building, rising motion. It's still not growing, but still sustaining itself as it moves off into the colder water. And we have this nice little wind map where you can see how the storms have been interacting with each other, and these are the wind barbs, and we can see how the cyclonic or anticyclonic motion spins out and creates this interesting sort of pattern when they interact with each other. The track for Hurricane Lee is pretty fortunate for all people, not so much fishes or whales. They might have a little bit to worry about, Same with Maria as this continues moving over into the Atlantic Ocean. And our area to watch right now is down here in Haiti, or not Haiti, just south of Cuba. We have a little bit of convection spewing up. It's a bit of a lower pressure system, so we're definitely going to keep our eye on that. As well as the Atlantic, we have just a little bit of back building. We have not a whole lot. The Atlantic is pretty clear, lucky for us. And we have the current conditions. I'm going to throw it off to the desk with Jake and Ariana.
Thank you so much, Francesca. So that weather down in Cuba, it's going to be raining a lot. So how's that going to affect us here in Florida?
Yeah, so Francesca briefly touched on that area to watch over western Cuba here. It's got a 50% chance to develop into a tropical cyclone over the next 5 days. So not exactly expecting anything crazy out there in terms of, any kind of hurricane development. But all these sorts of tropical waves, disturbances, there's still a rainfall threat. So you're going to get that upwelling of moisture down from the south, and basically South Florida is going to be in for a really rainy weekend, in addition to, if this does develop in strength in just a little bit here, maybe get up to tropical storm strength potentially.
Hopefully not, though,
of
because
course.
We don't need any more of those.
Of course.
We do not want any more hurricanes.
With that being said, anytime you have these sorts of waves, you are also talking about the beach safety issues, high surf, rip currents. So it's not just the rainfall threat here. We're not really expecting anything in terms of storm surge, anything like that. And again, this isn't even likely to become a named storm. But again, keep that in mind if you're going down south this weekend, because it's going to be a bit of a nasty one.
Yeah, safety is key. Yes. Thank you, Jake. So now we're going to do trivia with Francesca.
Happy Trivia Thursday, everybody. So this week we have the question for today is, what does the NHC use for their names when they are finished with the alphabetical list? So I want everyone to go to FSU Weather on Twitter and submit their answer on our poll, and we will let you know what the correct answer is when it comes tomorrow for the show. And I want everyone to give their best guess and show you're watching the show, do the poll, and choose if it's A, numbers, B, Greek gods, C, the Greek alphabet, or D, next season's list. Not going to tell you what I think it is. You got to figure that for your own. So right now we're going to throw it back to Jake on the wall.
All right, thanks a lot, Francesca. We're going to go back to my old bread and butter from last year here, the outdoors event forecast. A lot of FSU sports here on the way for you guys. Starting off with men's and women's cross country, going to be heading up to South Bend, Indiana at Notre Dame University here. Tomorrow, so Friday, September 29th, high of 75 degrees we're expecting in South Bend, 40% chance of rain, so not exactly looking like the ideal day out there for them, but at least it's not brutally hot like it is, of course, here in Tallahassee. So we're going to move on here from there, and we're going to talk about FSU football. Going to be on the road against Wake Forest here Saturday, 3:30. 74 degrees up in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Ironically enough, there's a town called Wake Forest in North Carolina, but the university is not there. Sunny skies, winds out of the northeast from 5 to 10, so just a perfect day for football there. Men's golf going to be over at Erin Hills, which is actually where the U.S. Open was hosted back in the early part of the summer. And a pretty nice but cool weekend up there in Wisconsin, fairly close to Milwaukee. 64 for a high Sunday with partly cloudy or mostly sunny skies. Monday, Tuesday, gradually warming back up into the lower to mid 70s for highs, with rain chances slowly creeping back in. Women's golf also up north in Eden Prairie, Minnesota here, and more rainfall is going to be expected there. 65 for the high on Sunday with a 60% chance of rain. Not expecting much of a thunderstorm or lightning threat with that, so they'll likely still be able to go ahead and play this thing out. But, of course, not going to be the most ideal scoring conditions out there. Women's soccer taking on NC State tomorrow here. 88 degrees at 7 o'clock, so another scorcher out there, even though it is going to be at least dark outside once we get past halftime here. Winds out of the northeast at 5 miles per hour. Doing a free scarf giveaway for any of you interested. First 275 fans in attendance. Volleyball on the road at Louisville, 72 degrees, even though it is, of course, an indoor game. This is not the beach volleyball team. This is the indoor team. 7 o'clock at Cardinal Arena in Louisville. So ACC season really fully underway for them here. And here is my favorite, the Golf Index. Shout out to Matt, shout out to Colby, to Michael, everybody who's this increasing meteorology golf entourage we have here. 4 out of 5 on the index. Really, really hot, of course. Limited cloud cover, so pretty good. But, of course, hydrate. That's the big thing we want to stress, sunscreen, all that. The beach really tells you the same kind of story, although it's very calm, 1 foot or less on the surf and light winds out of the north. No more than 5 miles per hour here. Look at that 5-day forecast, and of course, there's my good old friend, the cold front. Saturday night into Sunday, cooling things down for the afternoon. 81 degrees is going to be our high. Those rain chances slowly picking up early on next week. Now we're going to go over to Sammy to talk about Florida.
Yes, we are going to take a look around our whole Florida area. Look at that, 90 in Tampa and 91 over in Tallahassee. It is very hot out, and it will continue for tomorrow as well. I know I am planning on going to the soccer game. Make sure you have lots of water if you are also going to any of the activities this weekend. Thursday, look at this. This is nothing to see in our area, but we have a few storms that passed through South Florida today. And our dew point is sitting around 67 in Tallahassee, 66 in Pensacola, all the way down to West Palm Beach is a little bit warmer, 76 and 71 in Miami. Our radar is showing a few pop-up showers throughout the day tomorrow, possibly reaching us, but nothing to be too concerned about. It will be beautiful, yet very, very warm. And then throughout the rest of the weekend, we are going to be increasing a little bit of chance of rain, 20 to 40%, but that is associated with that cold front coming. Friday, 89 degrees, 88 and 83 on Sunday. This is all in Pensacola. We got a few lower temperatures, 73, and over there in Sunday, 72. So it will be a little bit cooler at night, thank goodness. Orlando, we are sitting around 90, 87, and 88. 40% chance of rain all throughout the weekend, but we have lower temperatures in the low 70s. Miami, we are seeing temperatures throughout the low 80s. Friday, 80% chance of rain. Make sure you have a jacket, but it will be 83 degrees, so make sure it's a light one. 86 for Saturday, and increasing back up to 50% chance of rain for Sunday, and 87 degrees. Tonight's forecast, we are going to be 69 in Tallahassee, 72 in Pensacola, all the way down to 78 in Key West. And Friday's forecast, we see plenty of sun going our way up the coast, 90 Pensacola, 95 in Tallahassee, 93 in Tampa, all the way down south, 87 in Miami, and 87 in Key West, with chances of showers throughout the whole south except for Fort Myers. And now we are going to head it off with Francesca. What do we have?
The local, we're going to take one more look at the local because that's what affects us here in Tallahassee. So as we can tell, it is hot, and it is we had a high today of 94, which is just shy of record breaking, and especially our average is 86, so this is not the records we like to almost break. It has definitely been a warm one. Currently it is 91 degrees, partly cloudy. Humidity is not great, but not the worst. Light winds, variable, but that 91, it's too warm for fall. Really, the only thing we're getting that's fall-like is this beautiful burnt red color that we're getting because it is 90s all across our region. At a peak of 93 in Mariana, and luckily Carabel is getting a little bit of a break with 86. The heat index, though, not forgiving. Here in Tallahassee, 96, as well as Mariana and Bainbridge at 97. This is not what fall is supposed to be like. I don't know what to tell you. I don't make the weather. But for our radar, it is crystal clear. It is a shining light. It's just nice. Not clouds to worry about. Winds are, of course, variable, like we said before. Some areas having no wind, like Valdosta and Thomasville. But here in Tallahassee, we do have 7-mile-per-hour winds. And from the coast, we have the onshore breezes. Tonight's forecast cools down just a little bit to 70. Not so many clouds, lighter wind, very calm evening. Not a whole lot going on. It'll be pretty nice though. 70 it's bearable for sure. Tomorrow, wake up again. It's going to be nice, 70 degrees. And then it's just going to keep getting warmer and warmer and warmer. It's going to be 87 tomorrow around noon and 94 at 4 p.m. So if you like to run, do it in the morning because it's going to be a hot one. I guarantee it. And just keep that in mind, shorts and t-shirts. For a week ahead though, tomorrow, this weekend, it's going to be hot. Try and find something in the water to do. Head out to the res. It'll be a beautiful day, nice and clear. Sunday, we might get some fall weather. It's going to be 81. We got a little bit of a cold front coming through. Not bringing a whole bunch of rain, just some cloud coverage. And then as we move over into the week, we have just some cloud coverage, light chances of rain, slightly cooler temperatures, which bit of a relief, but not that fall weather that we're really hoping for. With ending the week at 90, hopefully we get another cold front by then, but other than that, it's going to be pretty hot, pretty sunny, not too many storms, just some few clouds, maybe some isolated showers towards the end of the day. But right now, we're going to just throw it off to the desk to close out the show with Jake and Sammy.
Thank you, Francesca. So it looks like pretty warm temperatures to come, and then we're going to be cooling down a little bit.
Yeah, when Francesca was alluding to the fall-like temperatures, you and I, as the northerners of this show, along with Ariana, we kind of looked at that and we're like, 81's fall now, but.
I do actually enjoy the warmer temperatures. I mean, I'm not used to it having fall this warm, so I do really like it.
Yeah, some people, hey, I feel like we're being a little bit cynical about that. So maybe some of you South Floridians like it after all, but I mean, I'm an Illinois guy. You see 94 when we're getting close to October, and it's a little unsettling. But like I've been saying, pretty dry out there. You're going to be having mostly sunny, partly cloudy skies, so really liking it. But we're all over social media.
Make sure you like us on Facebook /FSU Weather. We're also on Twitter. Same, FSU Weather.
And then you can watch all of our broadcasts on youtube.com/FSU Weather. We were currently live streaming this broadcast. We have some old ones archived as well. And don't forget to give the Instagram some love. We have one of those. Don't forget about it. Not quite on Snapchat yet, but we'll work on that in these next couple of weeks. Maybe we'll get something going.
Yes.
Dylan, you got any ideas? All right. So, for all of us here at FSU Weather, I'm meteorologist Jay Karstens.
And I'm student meteorologist Sammy Squires.
Have a good night.